Hello friends, welcome to my Cosmic Currents for April 2026, and let's talk a little bit about the continuing shitstorm that we are going to have. You know, I have literally since December into January been really talking about how important our sacred intentions were this year, and because of the fact that even though everyone was talking about fire horse energy and everyone was saying about how forward movement, we're moving forward, and everyone was excited, I was actually saying that a large part of that energy was chaotic, and it was our sacred intentions and being focused on our intentions that would really bring us out of that chaos and have the universe support us, so we didn't have to be in the washing machine of that chaos. And here we are in that chaos, and my senses tell me that up until the middle of June we've got this kind of energy. We've got this chaotic energy. So I'm expecting that this war that the US president has put upon us is going to continue until the middle of June. Yes, I feel it in April. I feel it in May. So I'll come back to, again, the importance of your sacred intentions. And really focusing on those. But let's just dig in a little bit to the collective energies, shall we? You know, like, as I said, this chaotic energy is going to be with us until mid-June. That's at the point after the second half of June is when I sort of feel a calming and a sense of things settling down. However, the global economies, those sort of impacts are with us until 2027. So whatever we do, we need to be mindful. We need to be mindful of that, don't we? And I would also be saying that, yes, we already know that travel is being impacted. We already know that there is a fuel crisis. But again, travel does feel to me like it's, there's a sense of freedom around that come the end of June. So know that it's not forever, it is temporary. But we have got a few months of heartache, I guess. You know, one of the things that I've been talking about, and I know with the US president, is a health episode come the end of March, beginning of April. And as I was moving through wanting to check in and communicate with the universe around that situation and to see if we're still on that timeline. And what I can say is that, yes, I do feel that. I feel like it is a health situation connected to his cognitive decline, even to the point of where in the moment I was feeling that he's not able to wake up, that people are not, there's some level of unconsciousness there. So maybe, like, I don't know, what fits that thinking logically could be he has a stroke, be he has any of those things. We may not even be told of this, right? What I definitely am very confident is that it is there. Whether or not the people around him actually have the gumption to say that he's not fit to govern is another question. So I do love a hot tea, you know. So it's really that is important to us and does have an impact on, I'm just feeling that now, it does have an impact on the way that the war in the Middle East plays out. And I feel like it probably ends sooner because of this, but I'm still this is factored into my timeline of middle of June. So know that. So saying all of that, I'm going to acknowledge that tapping into those collective energies is getting really, really heavy and getting really, really, as an empath, and that being part of my job, it's not always to deal with. So I'm going to leave that there, right? Because I'm in my own well-being, I'm needing to hold up some boundaries around the information I receive around that. So for my own sense of well-being. So let's acknowledge that the universal energies are absolutely chaotic. I hope that you are following along and listening to the importance and emphasis I was putting on having our intentions. Because for me, they felt like they were acting like the magnet to pull in out of the chaos, out of the universe, what you need, right, to support what's important in your life. Now, if you had your sacred intentions, your goals, all of those things, then what's happening right now is the universe is bringing in that which you need. You'll start to see more synchronicity. You'll start to see more support as we move into that action energy of Aries and more rooted into that fire horse energy. We are going to see that, but you had to have your intentions in place. Otherwise, you're in the chaos, okay? So it's not too late. Start working with your intentions, start pulling them in, start doing that if you haven't, or if you're watching this and thinking that you're still a little bit all over the shop or not feeling like you have direction. Then if that's you, then I urge you to come and work with me. Join my free SKOOL community called the Sacred and Sassy Collective. It's for spiritual women and soulpreneurs who are ready to embrace their spiritual gifts, live on purpose with that, and get paid, you know, like with our spiritual businesses. It's not, it's not exclusively for soulpreneurs. It is for spiritual women, but certainly we do have a focus. One of our focuses is on navigating our lives as soulpreneurs, because that's a major way that we tend to express how we serve others. Because, you know, being a spiritual being, there is a great sense of humanity. Anyway, I digress. Please come join us. Let me help you sort out your intentions and really bring them in from the soul so that you are not caught up in this chaotic energy, because it's so easy to be caught up in that at the minute. If that doesn't work for you, then the other way that where there is going to be a focus in April, I feel like the soul is calling for meditation, for that sense of calm, for self-care. They're the themes, they're the practices that are going to help you navigate April and all the energies. It's in that sense of calm and stillness that you'll be able to still hear the directions and the whispers. So make sure you give yourself time for that, please. For those of you that are soulpreneurs, my sacred and sassy soulpreneurs, then April is an income activation month for you. And I would say that all the goals and intentions that you've been working towards in your business, you will see an up leveling of that in the month of April. It's probably coming in the second half of April, like you're sort of like got a little few things in the first half to just finish, to, you know, tie those knots, you know, cross the T's and dot the I's kind of thing is what I'm talking about. And then you'll sort of start to see that flow, and I'll hear the word flush coming in at the end of April. Now, if you are part of my Sacred and Sassy Collective, then I have gone into a lot more depth in our alignment room in regards to the energies for April. It's where you work with me, where we dig into things like health, relationships, and we really keep a focus of creating that sense of soul alignment and really working with the energies in an uplifting and positive way so that you navigate with flow and ease, you know. So that sounds like something you're interested in, then the link is below. Or, you know, reach out and I'll share that link with you. But for now, just to finish off, I'm going to draw an oracle card for you. For the month of April, I'm using what is my Spirit Guide Wisdom cards. They are my own personal deck that I channeled back in 2005. And let's just choose one, shall we? Oh, there we go. We have what we call the Chinaman balance and synchronicity. Now, what this tells me that if we stay in balance, if we will see synchronicity as the result. If we listen to what's in our heart in those little intuitive nudges, which is, I guess, what I'm really talking about is the way to navigate. It comes back to that things like your intentions, what's in your heart, the meditation, which is creating that balance and stillness so that we can open ourselves to receiving the synchronicity that helps move us forward. That's the easiest pathway. That's how it works. So nothing unusual expected there. But if we do that, if we stay that course, we will see an up level and an activation throughout the month. But I cannot say enough how important it is that you approach it all from that space within you. Otherwise, there is that risk of just being caught up in the collective chaos that is out there. Anyway, any questions? Wishing you a great month. God bless and take care, my friends.